Season 60, war number 7. Today we've matched up against GT40, and the bans are Bastion, Corvus, Kushala, Sinister, and Deathless Thanos. And my team today is going to be Dark Phoenix, Spider-Woman, and Prowler. And we're going to start today on Path 6, and I'm going to be taking this Adam Warlock with Spider-Woman first. Pretty interesting war. I'm taking 4 fights with Prowler. My Prowler's only rank 3. Which is also pretty interesting because I don't remember the last time I've taken a rank 3 to war this season. I think I've only used rank 4 as an attack this season, but maybe I don't remember. But either way, yeah, I have a rank 3 Prowler. He's like Sig 40 or something, but he's still gonna get the job done for his fights. And this is like the midpoint in the season where now war rating doesn't change, and I don't know, it's very weird. So this I don't know how much of this rest of the season even matters because the war rating changed. We're still gonna play like we want to win, but also we're playing GT40, so not necessarily, because there's no way we're beating these guys anyway. That was funny. He somehow triggered a stasis pod in mid SP1, which he's definitely not supposed to be able to do. And then I just dropped the special 1 to his block, place power stings and kill him. So yeah, we weren't really expecting to have any chance in this war, and you're going to see that at the end of that with the scoreboard. But I'm still playing my part because I have a 9-fight war and I would like to solo all 9 of those. So we're going to go ahead and fight this Domino now, and this is a pretty safe assignment for Prowler. Domino is just a menace on this node, but Prowler is like one of the best options for it. You don't really take crit fail because it's Domino, and Prowler has the extra ability accuracy and stuff. And then she's going to be getting a lot of power because she's self-bleeding, and then she'll purify those. But the power lock and power drain that Prowler has makes it a lot easier to manage. The only annoying thing is the fight lasts a good while because the exhaustions reduce my rupture damage, and inequity also reduces my overall damage, so it just takes a while to get her down, but it's a really, really safe fight. And yeah, like, he's definitely one of the best options here, if not the best. I accidentally do a terrible spacing on a heavy attack and use my relic to save my butt, but other than that, everything's going fine. We still are very healthy. Not really healing that much from willpower because they've got despair and stuff, but staying pretty topped up. And yeah, I'll drop a special 2 here. I have 3 ruptures. She's definitely ticking down, and then she's at 7% now. A combo or 2 is going to finish it off. Go ahead and do the heavy attack, which kind of was pointless, but whatever. And then baiting a special 1, and then I'll kill her right after that. And she goes down right there. So now we're going to move on to section 2, where I'm on path 1, and we'll fight this Atuma here with Prowler. This one, pretty simple. Prowler's hits are non-contact except for his light attacks and his special 2. So that's the only time I'm ever taking Thorns against Atuma, so if I use a medium attack, I'm safe from the Thorns damage. But I am using a lot of light still in this fight, just because I don't really care that much about the chip damage. It's just, I need to know it if I ever get low somehow. So it's also high energy diet, so I'm going to make sure to not ever use my heavy attack. And then it's pretty simple from there. We do a bunch of rupture damage still, even without the incinerate. And we have some Furies up from the power creep charges, and he's below 40% now, so it's not going to take too much longer to kill him. Place the falter there. I'm going to refresh it right here, do a few hits to hopefully place a rupture before I drop my special 2, but did not get lucky enough on the crit rating. Again, low Sig Prowler kind of feels bad, but I'll get him higher Sig eventually, hopefully, because he definitely wants it as high as possible. Okay, now we're going to go fight this Red Skull with Spider-Woman. This is Buffet Red Skull. So he's going to be eating my Fury buffs every once in a while, but I don't really care. We have Despair to counteract the healing and stuff, so it's just like, yeah, we'll do the regular Spider-Woman rotation. Some Furies will stick, some Furies won't. As long as I don't let all 5 of them get consumed with my special 2, I'll probably have plenty of damage to kill him with Power Stings eventually. We place a couple of Power Stings as well when the Furies get nullified, which is fun. And yeah, like there's virtually nothing to this fight. We're gonna go ahead and get to the special 2. I'm gonna drop it when I know that it won't get nullified. And now I have 7 Fury buffs, and we're gonna go ahead and heavy attack, get around the auto block that way. And then I'm gonna go for a combo. I thought about pushing him to special 2, I think, because I get more damage on the power stings, but then I heavy cancel into special 1, but that's apparently not a thing that she can do, so yeah, that didn't work at all, but it's fine. Go ahead and get the dex there, so I refresh all my Fury buffs, and then I need to special 1, and then he dies, which I do right here, and then he hits the button, and he's dead. So, pretty simple, and we'll go move on and fight this Shocker next on node 38. This one will be taken with Dark Phoenix, done it before. I don't remember if this one goes very clean, but this fight's always kind of messy. Just Shocker's kind of like that, and then if he drops a special 2 into your block with the prowess, it hurts pretty hard through the block. So I dropped my special 1 there, and then maybe I should have tried to dex a little bit of it while I was unstoppable, but I didn't. Probably would have been stupid to do that. But anyway, I'm dropping some special 1s, and then I'm going to get to the SP2 in a moment, unless I decide to do only special 1s in this fight, which I might. I genuinely don't remember. But there I went for a special 1 that I probably didn't need to. So it looks like at this point I'm just going to go for the special 2, and we're going to do it right here. Unfortunately, the Nova Flame's not going to benefit from the Fury from the node, because I didn't time it right, but it's whatever. Get a special 1, knock him down, and then yeah, he's dead right here. So, ate a combo, but it's fine. It still was only a minute fight. And then we're going to set the loading screen for a couple seconds until it decides to process, and we're out. Okay, now we're going to go fight this Jean Grey here on node 40 with Prowler. So I'm using a PS1, because then I'll get my pursuit up with the special 1 early, and then Mixmaster's just gone. So from there, I need to mainly just worry about her inverted controls. I know I can't parry in the fight because I don't want the soul barb charges on me, and the obstinate charge makes it annoying too. So we just have to deal with the inverted controls and the combat power rate reduction aspect of it, which I feel pretty confident in. I think I do a pretty good job. I think like in the midpoint of the fight, I start messing up a bit, but it goes relatively smoothly. And then I don't get the Incinerate on ever in this fight, which I'm kind of surprised I didn't try to do that. Maybe I should do it in the future where I do get that Incinerate up. There I thought I had my Falter ready. It was not ready, in fact, so I tried to hit her after I finished my combo like she would be faltered, but I didn't even realize I had it on cooldown, so I ate a combo there. So that sucks, and now I can't use the Falter to cause miss to happen because she placed Neuros on me, and they're not really taking me that far down, but they're certainly annoying. But then I get a really juicy special 2 here. We get 3 ruptures on the first hit, and then she's almost dead at this point. I've got to keep a very close eye on my pursuits to make sure that it's actually there when I'm comboing her. Otherwise she could evade me, and that would be pretty bad. So I go ahead and get the special 1 active, get a stand-up intercept, place the Falter back, do the dexes still, and then she's dead. So, other than me forgetting my Falter was on cooldown, very simple fight. And we move on to fight this Onslaught, which I'm actually going to be taking with Spider-Woman, and in hindsight, I would take this with Prowler, because I thought Spider-Woman would do better for this fight than she actually did. It's going to take about a minute and a half, so I sped up part of it. We're just going to basically burn out of Furies, and the Retribution passup's going to fall off a lot faster than I expected. So like it's already halfway gone and I haven't even dropped a special 1 yet, and honestly if I timed everything better we'd probably been, absolutely big chilling for this fight, but I didn't, so it made it last pretty long. Like this last 30% feels like it takes forever to get him down, and yeah, it's just a lot of due to losing the Retribution, and now I don't have a lot of Furies, and I'm just gonna punching him to death, it feels like. But he's almost there. I'm going to go for another special 1. I believe this does it, and it does. So, Yeah, we just sped through that one quickly because there wasn't much to it. Okay, now we're fighting Sentinel here on node 49. This is a very good matchup for Prowler. You just heavy counter as heavy to get the Incinerate, then you get your passive power gain from that. Prowler's a very good Sentinel counter in general because his crit resistance does not apply to non-critters, so we can still do the Ruptures as often as any other champ who would crit would, or we can still do the Ruptures as often as if we were fighting non-crit resist, I should say. So anyway, I do mess up in the beginning because I hit him in the block and then thought my Incinerate would place, and it wouldn't. So I had to get it in a different way, which I did right there. And then I don't really care that his analysis maxes out because the power efficiency doesn't matter when we're playing Prowler. Also, apparently I can't dex his special one, so that's fun. And luckily he didn't try to screw me over there with the heavy attack that I didn't space right. But yeah, it's fine. These simple mistakes are annoying, but we're still at 81% health. So I need him to drop a special one here. He does power drain the rest of his power, and then I go for my special 2 right after this heavy attack, which I know is unblockable, so I just drop it in the middle of the air because I wanted to get the heavy attack off for sure. Even though he's kind of reducing the damage of the Incinerate burst a lot, because it's meant to make it to where you do burst damage when the Ruptures expire and you have the Incinerate active. So since they're instant bursts, he's going to reduce the damage of that by a good bit, but it's still something. It's still damage, so I don't care. And then his power gain from the armors is just not even there because of the power lock. So he goes down, and then the final fight of the war will be against this future Ant-Man boss here with Dark Phoenix. Done this one before. It goes better than the first time, I think. She's very safe, probably the safest counter to this fight. It's not extremely fast, mainly because of the Energize, making it to where you can't play as aggressively as you'd like. But it is very safe because safeguard, immortality, stuff like that. And I get a inconvenient low battery warning, but luckily it wasn't mid-special attack. Like, if that happened in the middle of a special 2, I might have been cooked. But it didn't. So, anyway, that could have been pretty bad, but luckily we're fine. I'm going to drop the special one here, get some Ember charges, and then I'm going to do it again, more Ember charges, and then I'm going to partially dex the special 2. Sometimes I go for the full dex. I don't think I ever dex the first hit because it's by far the easiest one to get caught by. So here his glancing is failing my pulverize, which is always the most annoying thing about this matchup is when that happens. So I'm just waiting to drop my special 2 once that armor expires, and it does right there. And then I go for it. He still gets 2 armors, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's just annoying, but it's whatever. I go for a heavy attack, he dexes out of it. I'm like, oh my goodness, will you just stop doing that? So we can finally start doing some damage once I get the SP1s going, placing more Nova Flames that are benefiting from this Fury. And I need to go back to pulverizing for sure, though. I mean, the armor is like whatever. It doesn't really matter too much if it stacks up because we're doing numbers in red mainly, but I still don't want him to have it. It still means less damage, right? And also we can do some extra damage if we pulverize, of course, because pulverize itself does a little burst of damage. But yeah, I'm probably forcing the pulverize a lot more than I need to, because like the only threat of it at that point is, like the threat of the armors at that point is if I finish a combo and it glances and it stuns me, which I should never do. So anyway, I'm gonna go for a heavy attack right about here once he charges heavy, and then pulverize, go for a special one, get a little power gain to give me a lot of that power back, and then I'm gonna go for another special one right there, and then we're gonna do it one more time once I start hitting him again. Right there, special one thrown, Nova Flame, and he's just gone. He's very dead now. 5%, 4%. He drops a special 2, but he's gonna drop dead right after the last hit of it. So yeah, that is my War 7, and yeah, we did lose to GT40 to be expected, but GG's to them, and hopefully we'll be able to finish strong the rest of the season. I don't even know like what we're supposed to do at this point, because like the war rating stuff, all I know is we should just probably try to win still. So that's what we're going to be doing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.